After the class, the whole classes wants to have a time travel back to Eastern China, so they just start the trip. When they arrive in Eastern China, they meet a little girl. Her name is May. May is so happy that she met some new friends, so she invited the whole class to their house because it's already the time for Chinese New Year. May's family are all nice. They invited the whole class to come, stay, and join their celebration for Chinese New Year. The next day is lunar December 24th. It's the first day to start preparing. The whole family are starting to swipe the dust off their house because Chinese people believe cleaning is really carefully and detailed because it means to swipe away the dust from their past year. The next day was lunar December 25th. May's family is starting to make tofu by themselves. They also ask some classmates to join them because they think they can use their own hand to make food and feed themselves. Time turns into December 26th. This is the day that traditionally people prepare meat for their New Year dinner. So May's family start to get meat from market and start baking it. The next day was December 27th. The whole family start to do their finally laundry of the year. Even the little brother of May helps them to do the laundry. Time turns into December 28th. It's the day that usually people prepare for the staple food for their New Year's night dinner. May's uncle and aunt are really good at it, so they started really earlier. Finally, the New Year's night was coming. The whole family stayed together as well as the whole class. May's family prepared a really huge dinner for everybody. They all stay up late and welcome to the New Year. The celebration is not over. It turns into the first day after the New Year. May and her friend went outside to light firecrackers to get bad things away from the past year. The next day was the second day after the New Year. May was living with her daddy's parents, so her grandparents. So at the second day after the New Year, they went to visit the mother's parents, which is the parents-in-law of May's father. They bring them a lot of gifts and help them can have a happy and healthy life. After spending a whole day at May's mother's parents' house, they went back home and it turns to the third day after the New Year's. At this morning, May's grandparents told her seriously, it's a break day, so they need to sleep late, and it doesn't matter if they don't get up earlier because if they stay in bed for that day, it's to bring good things to them and get the bad things away from them. After spending a whole day at home, the fourth day after the New Year's come. It is the days to welcome the God of the stove. It's a hope to have a better life for the next year because people think it is the God of the stove come, so they will have a full year without any hunger. Celebration time always pass quick. Then the days turn to the fifth day after the New Year. This day was the day to welcome the God of the wife, and markets are all open, so May and her family all go shopping together. They also invited the classmates to go with her, but finally it's the time to say goodbye. The whole class thanks a lot for May to invite them to stay with her in the celebration for Chinese New Year, but they need to go back home now. When the whole class come back, the school start next day. The teacher shows them a fairy tale about Chinese New Year celebration. They can compare what they say and what the video says and know more about Chinese celebration for the New Year.
According to legend, it didn't start out that way. A long, long time ago in China, there was a big, scary, nasty beast named Nian, whose name means ear. He had razor-sharp teeth, giant claws, and a really mean growl. Most of the time he lived in the wilderness, but on the darkest night of the year, when the new moon was in the sky, he would sneak into the village and scare everyone in sight, even the animals. People dreaded the new moon for many, many years, until a wise man taught them the 3 things Nian was afraid of: loud noises, fire, and the color red. The next time Nian came, the villagers fought back. They hit their drums as loud as they could, lit every firecracker they had, and wore the color red from head to toe. Nian ran far away and never came back. After that, the people started celebrating the new moon instead of fearing it. That celebration became a 15-day festival of family, food, and good fortune called Chinese New Year.
Now, you can tell me which story you like best. The past one, like the fairy tale, talk about the animal Nian, or the one the whole class join with the Mace family they celebrate. Which one do you like?